All right, I think we might be live, but I'm not really sure. Let's see. I think we're live, and this is just starting up on a new stream, but this will also be on YouTube. So maybe you're seeing it on YouTube, and maybe you're seeing it live. Well, the idea of this one is to basically, I want to have a look at Recursive Blueprint and just play with circuits. So I thought, well, I've seen a lot of people requesting either tutorials or just walkthroughs or any kind of videos regarding how does Recursive Blueprint work, what am I going to do with circuits. So instead of me just sitting here cursing at the screen in silence, or then I thought I might expose a couple of you to this as well. So that's the idea. This video will be structured in the following way. First, I'll do a demo of what Recursive Blueprint can do. Then I'm going to start building something along the lines of what I have done as, between that. First, I'm going to demonstrate it. Then I'm going to explain the concept. And then I'll be starting to rebuild. So it should taper off, and depending on if you want to showcase or if you want to see how it works, understand it, then you can follow along. If you really want to get a better understanding, I'm going to build more of these Recursive Blueprint setups. What you're seeing here is basically what will become either a trailer or teaser, maybe for my channel as a sort of a front page, or maybe just for the next season. I don't really know yet. I'm going to give it a go. What we will start to do, let's try to do a demonstration. Let's see if there are 13 people in here. That's not so much, but I didn't really give a lot of a warning on this, so that should I need to kill the preview. There's really no point in having a preview on this one. Why is there a preview? It seems rather silly to sit here and look at the preview. Can I pause it? Yeah, I think it's paused. On the other hand, then I am also not moving the screen, so there you go. And all right, let's give it a go and start demonstrating what it can do. We'll probably run this many times, so if you miss it first time, we'll see. So I have a train. No, I forgot to be on the... Okay, there you go. That was a silly start. So basically, things happen magically. See, a new blueprint is applied. And what I'm demonstrating here is Angel's refining, the crushing, the floating. Here we have the leaching being added on top. And you can see it starts working automatically. Of course, the ones to the right-hand side, the robot, is starting up first because that's closer. And then we have the last step. So crushing, floating, leaching, and refining. And that's basically, okay. Here we have something set up, and now it produces the next blueprint, and boom, next scene. That's how it works. Very neat, very efficient, and it does take a bit of time. One thing that's important is that I'm working on speed 2. So that's why I'm running quite fast. I think I like this speed. Okay, so that's basically how we do it. Now I'm gonna take all of this out. I have to admit that it has taken a bit of time to set this up. All the robots. There. Good. Let's have a look at what actually did. This part up here is what does all the magic. Right, so one thing that I know for myself when playing or when trying to make a tutorial is there are so many things that I forget to explain because I just take it for granted, like wires on the combinators, because I'm just driving straight into the part that is difficult. And so this is also kind of the reason why I wanted to do this on stream, so that anyone can just jump in and say, hey, hold on, I don't get any of what you're doing here. And then I can just, all right, I maybe assume something. Let me just take 2 steps back. Now I'm going to explain Recursive Blueprint. Recursive Blueprint only has one item that's new, as far as I know. This is a blueprint deployer. What this does is when you place a blueprint inside here, or a blueprint book, it will actually put down the blueprint. And that is pretty damn awesome. This is such a small feature, and yet you can do amazing things. Maybe you've seen the videos by Dave MC. Is it called Dave MCV? I can't recall. The mod maker. can't recall what his name is, but it's the Micro Factory, for example. Also, back in the days, Nifty Maniac built his recursive, his self-building factory. There was also one recently on Reddit as well with a self-building factory. This is not there. I've also built solar farms, expanders, or crawlers as well. So you can do really cool things. It's just your circuit network skills and your and your creativity that sets limits, just from the simple function of deploying blueprints automatically. So basically the idea is I have this blueprint book. It contains 5 different blueprints. Then and then I basically just put it in here and nothing happens because it needs to be, this is my trigger. I always do it this way. I have it like placed in one location, and then I have a trigger to get it in here, and then it goes into the deployer. And when in the deployer, it either applies the blueprint that's in there, or if it's a blueprint book, it needs a signal of a robot port or robot. Robot 1, construction robot 1 means that it takes the first blueprint, and then so on and so forth. So what this one is doing is basically putting conditions of incrementing the robot count. You can also do deconstruction planners. I'm not going to mess with that. It's a bit more complicated because you have to time how big it is and what kind of items it takes out. Let's just walk through the magic of this one. It's not very magical. Maybe it looks difficult. This one is a new, not a new mod. It's a mod called push button. What it does is when you press on it, hover over it and press F, it'll just send a 1 tick signal of whatever is in this. It's basically just a normal constant combinator, but it'll just send a 1 tick when you push it. Very nice. So this one has a condition of signal 1 is greater than 0. So when I get a signal 1 on the green wire, either from this one, my manual trigger, or, I'm running fast, from this one, output signal. So when the train is here, it will output a signal of 1. It doesn't output anything now, but as soon as the train is parked here, which will be the trigger. So when the train comes in, it parks here, sends a signal 1 on the green wire, which starts the process. We're going to go through another round of this after I've explained it, so you can see the sequence of events. Then it places it in here. This one needs 2 variables inbound. It needs the number, the robopod, the construction robot number, and this is always, or not always, but in my case it's starting with number 1, obviously. And it also, this is the offset, because you have to do one special thing here. Not this one. Let's try and see. Right here on my character, there's a wooden box. Wooden boxes are where you indicate this is the origin. So basically, when you build a blueprint, you put in a wooden box, and the wooden box will be where it places. First, if you don't do any offset, it will try to place the wooden box on the same position as the deployer. So very often it's a matter of setting the offset. So for example, you can also do some magic of changing the offset so that first it deploys something, then it deploys it next and next and next. For example, building rail segments, moving a wall out, moving turrets out, just gradually pushing out the borders. I'm using it for my solar panels, just so that you place down one solar panel array. Once that's done, you increment it to the next array. It can be done, and it works quite nicely. But here's the offset. It counts X plus in this direction and Y plus in the downwards direction. That makes no sense at all, but that's how it is. Y is positive going down. That's very important to keep in mind. Great, we have someone spamming, not spam. Awesome. And then it goes in here. It executes the blueprint once. It'll actually not execute it once. It'll keep spamming it. So it's it'll keep spamming it. So you will notice if you have something operational that it will start to take some time. You can do this in a clever way of just moving it out of this array. Now I get the signal here. It goes up to green as well. Now oops. Okay, I'm moving way too fast. There. Yeah. Still too fast. Now let's try and see if we can decipher this one. I have a red one. This comes from here. This is reading the pulse. So it sends a red signal of one blueprint book up to the red one, up to the red one here. This is a memory cell. Yes, it takes the input because it gets the input once. So it gets it in and stores it up here. Then it takes on the green wire into the next next condition. It's basically the same, but it just says it's a counter. It will keep flowing because it goes both from the input on the decider combinator and also the output. So it'll feed one in and then it'll go over here. Then it'll get one out, but it's also, so it feeds the one back here, which it also gets another one. So it's now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it counts up, increments 1 for every tick. That's how you build a counter in Factorio with circuits. Very, very easy. I'll just build it next to it because I don't know if that made any sense. Where are we going? So I have a constant combinator here. This is providing a signal of one of these. If I take the signal over, I'll take the counter here. So take it in from here to out. Then you can take a look at it. It just scrolls up fast. The reason why this is a counter, it counts up, in this case up to 6,000, and then it starts over. That's because I wanted to count to 100 seconds, and then I'm running at double speed, so that's going to be 50 seconds. However, if we change this one to a push button with the same icon, this one's stored, so just, okay, now it's reset. So in this case, where's the green? From here. Okay, so again, in this case, I'll just press it once. Oop, pressing F on this push button, it pushes the signal in once. So it gets one time in, then it inputs 1, outputs 1, but I'm no longer getting additional inputs. So that input for 1, the output of 1 goes back into input, and then it keeps constant. If I press it again, it'll remember 2. So that's how you build memory cells. Every time you, for example, give it a signal, this can be an easy way to count how many times an inserter has picked something up. If you want to count that it does 10 picks, then you can use this one. Let's actually just show it with an inserter. And did that reset it? No. There, it's reset now. This one will read hand contents, hold, and I'll just get some wooden boards here. So if I take 4 in, oh, I also need to enable it. When do we enable it? Just when this one is equal to 0. Boom. Why does it say 20? Oh, right. It also iterates as well, so that's actually not that. I think maybe that isn't that pulse we need to do. I'll try something else. Yeah, it has to do pulse then. Then it only counts it once. If it holds, then for all the time that it has it in hand, it will, from the time it picks up to the time it dumps it keeps sending the signal. So as long as it has something in its hand, it'll send the signal. For example, if this one is like this, and then I put in these. Now it doesn't increment, but what if I place it on hold? It hasn't picked it up yet. Why does it not pick it up yet? What about this one? I need something better. Like this. me see if it actually picks something up here. It doesn't. Sometimes it. Okay, sometimes it is able to pick things up. Okay, we'll just gradually move on. So we have a memory cell. First we have a memory cell. Then we go into a counter that counts up to 100 seconds. And then we take the value in here and divide by 1.2. So we are getting this reduced to every 20 seconds it increments by 1. And then I'm running at trouble speed, so this is every 10 seconds of actual game time. Then it increments the output basically here. The first 120 ticks, this first 20 seconds of game time, it's gonna have something divided by 100, by this number, whatever that is, 1200, and it'll output 0 because it's going to do sort of rounding down. That means this output will go back in here and be added to this. So after 20 seconds, it'll increment this one, go one up, one up, one up, one up. That's the easy part, but it's now not able to reset. So what I have done is actually this one. This one is enabled when it reaches 6, because it increments 5 times, and on this the 5th time, then it adds 5 from this value plus this one, it's 6, and then it gets picked out and put in here so it doesn't keep spamming the signal. When that happens, it is also reading. No, it's not reading, it's this one. When this one hits 6, it will output minus 1000. This one will be sent up to all the way here, which will then reset. This one as well. I'm getting the 1000 up to a very large number. 100. This one goes up to this one. Basically just say this one continues up to 6000. So I just need something that's above 6000, then it gets reset. So now at this point we should understand it. It goes in here, deploys blueprint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When as soon as it counts to 6, it takes the blueprint book out here. It resets the first one and the second one, because these one will have intermediate values. It's very important that you remember to reset, because man, is it going to be annoying when you have something stored in a counter and it's not reset. All right, so let's give it a shot again. It doesn't start until it gets a signal of 1. I can give it a signal of 1 either by pressing this button or by having the train over here. Well, actually, let's clean this up as well. Boom. I'm using, what's it called? It's called creative mode, the mod, so that things become a little bit easier. There we go. Should we start it again? And this time I want to, nope, it's not ready because this part here. I don't remember. It's definitely this part that has to be taken out. Don't remember if any more has to be taken out. Okay, we start up here. Are we ready? We go in, and we have the blueprint. Here we go again. And that later one is all of the modules I put in, because I wanted to produce as fast as possible. That's why you see this frantic blinking. Then we go into the floating and the modules. You can see the floating is coming out there. It's operating really fast. We just see, are these actually being capped? Okay, they're increasing quite fast. I've set some items up here, like this one is a matter void that just takes all the stone out so that it looks crisp here. And then we have the last bit out here. That works. Oh. Let's run it. And this is now where it hits. That's now 5. Let's go up here and see. It's still in here. Let's look at this one. See it now. I just made to see it 5.9. But as it turned to 6000, it got reset and moved over here. And this one now has no path. All right, that's pretty good. Now what we need to do is, all right. Now I'm gonna take this one out again because I don't want this one operational. No need for it. What I do need though is for this one to build the next part of the base. And a good evening to everyone. So now we just explained a bit of the idea behind. We showcased it twice, the part I did build. I've tried to walk through how the blueprint is working. And now we're going to build the next part. So first we're going to build something like this. Let's just start by building this one and figure out what we do then. Actually, I'm not sure I want this to be in the same area. Doesn't matter. We take the green one. You are going to go up here. And you're also going to go... was it in here? Go. It goes into that. Yes. It might not be exactly like this, but it's pretty good place to start. From here into... Ooh. I don't have that. Ah. So I'm missing... That doesn't matter. We can just take this one as well. This one will start by taking a signal of 2, and I'm pretty sure this one is already set. Yes, it's outputting signal 2, read stop train, and it is connected on the circuit wire. You can see the flashing. Good. So we are ready to build the next one. These icons will have to be changed, but first I need to do one thing. I will take this as our core right in the corner of the train stop. And good evening again. So this is in the top left hand corner of the train stop. This will be my indicator for where to focus my blueprints. And these ones, I left these in so I know where to get it from. Because the next part, I have, like any good TV chef, I have cheated a bit from home and made some preparations. Here are the preparations. This is the module that I now want to build. It's going to be pretty simple. This one is simply put just this one. Blueprints. Boom. Oops. The first thing I do in this case is just take it and move it down. Let's announce the surprise team on Discord. You can join if you are not... What? Oh, right. Yeah, that's you saying stuff. Thank you, Apollos. Alright, so the part that I need here. Let's just stamp it down so we can explain what it is. This one is using the cupric ore because I wanted to do some advanced sorting that looks good. And I thought this one was great because it's actually quite useful. It's not too complicated to make. I do not like the other cupric ones. That's I'm going to be honest about this. This thing seems that Angel has been looking too much at sellers, and the Omnimatter is like, oh yes, I'm going to do. So you do the crushed. That makes sense because you can take the crushed here. Fine. You can go into powder. Oh, that's fine. All right, that's fine. It's also powder. But then you're like, all right, fine. What's the next tier? Oh, then you go to cupric sludge. Nope. Then you get the cupric ore dust. All right, fine. So that's 2 steps. And then you have to do the cupric solution, cupric essence, cupric anode sludge, cupric crystal. All for what? For absolutely fucko. I'm sorry to say it. This is completely worthless. Why would anyone in their right mind go this route? I know it's the right materials, but seriously, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 consecutive processes using everything like this one. Ammonium, critinium. Really complicated stuff. Totally not worth it. I haven't figured out why I would ever want this. I would much rather build these formulas down here and actually get what I want with a simpler recipe. So, but that's a bit of an aside. Now, this one, I'll get 3 different materials in. They're going to be split between these 2 and they're just going to be jammed in through these nice pink loaders into these ones. Here, tons of cupric ore, and that'll go out here, getting fed into these ones and out again. These ones are probably... Okay, so I did split it here. So it's saying basically copper goes in here and tin goes out here because these ones will get copper and tin. I really like this one. The first level of the cupric ore is great. The second level is a lot less great. I don't see there's any point to this at this point, at least. I wouldn't want it, but the first one is good. And then it'll produce out here. I think I'll cap these. Copy, paste. Anything else? I don't think so. All right, let's try to grab this one. And by doing this way, I'm also putting it into my storage facility here. All right, here. So let's have a look at. I don't know how far down this one's. Well, actually I do, because I'm gonna need these ones. But I feel this is too close, isn't it? It doesn't look nice. I'll change it. I don't like this one. But is there even any other way? And that one. So one of those have to be fixed. Right. Okay. So it could also just be a matter of this one going up here. Is that the distance between them? Yeah, 2 between. That's fine. This one's easy. And then I can place the rest of this one like that. Oh, that's horrible. Why did I do that? That was a bad move. Now I confused the hell out of myself here. That was a poor move. I'm going to clean this one up. So you're going to go in here. You're going to go in there. That's fine. You're going to go here. You're going to go... There's something here that's not fine. I've completely lost the concept of what I'm doing here. That one. No? There are too many. I'm sorry. I messed it up. This is why it's... Okay. I tried to make it more clever, but that did not work. And kill that one. I'm just generating a lot of materials here. Okay, so instead I'll do this one. And now let's see if I can prevent myself from doing the same stupid thing again. Get these out. Get this out. Good. And that looks much better. Except. It's not the right position. Like this. There's a lot of iteration when building with logistics train, with this mod pack here. At least when I'm doing it, because I'm not as sure on my hands here as other people maybe. Whoop. Ugh, don't want that one. And I will also take, let's get it up here. This one, crushing and sorting. Excellent. Here, and also take the tiles, but exclude these tiles. Boom. They're gonna be down here and right underneath the train. Stop. Boom. That's the one. Cool. What do you make? Did the blueprint plot instantly? Yes, I'm in creative mode. I'm working on recursive blueprints and circuits and trying to automate the construction of a demo base. So at this point, I'll now take this one because this will be my master blueprint. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want any of these. I want all of this. I also want tiles, but I do not want all of these tiles. I do not want any of these tiles. I dislike the fact that I have to take these tiles, but I guess I have to accept it. This looks good. I'm going to do this a million times, unfortunately. I'm going to call this one 1. And it will be marked as blueprint 1. It will have some crushing, a pink crusher. Nope, a blue crusher and a pink sorter. That's all we can do. Boom. There we go. That is the one. And you can notice this one is still here. So that's the one we have to place in our blueprint production. So first I'm going to make another blueprint book. And now I'm going to put it into the blueprint book. Well, this one is going to be Angels Sorting. And give me another spare blueprint. I'm going to kill this one because I want to see how it deploys. If it deploys correctly. Yes, I'm deploying everything. And now I need to go up here. Okay, so what we're missing is the offset, because this offset will most certainly not hit that one. Exactly, so I need to make sure that I find the correct offset. So what I'm going to do is take this one and just say, all right. Two, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, now I need to do calculations. I don't like doing calculations. Okay, so that's, this space is 15. So I now have 105. Now we'll do 1, 2. Okay, so I have 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So y should be 12. Close. Let's actually test one thing. Could actually be the easiest way of doing it. Just testing if it's, yeah, it's 1 off. It's 1 below. I am kind of inclined to just accept moving this one. Not you. Kill this one and... Oh, that didn't work. I need to... Here. So this one should now be 113, but the... Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3, that's 45, 46, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 56. That would imply that this one should be moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if it works, but this is what we're going to test. There. So we are ready with the single blueprint here. This one's ready. This one will now be not having 1, but having indicator 2, because that comes from icon. These ones should be the same, and we just need to wire it up with some green wires. This one is a green wire that, why would it go up to this one? Great. This is needs to be changed to, oh, that's not correct. It is the icon here that needs to change. There we go. So that sends a signal of 2, which should be enough to get this one going. It'll deploy that one, and it's probably like 1 or 2 tiles off, but we don't know unless we plan it. So this is also why I prefer building this in immersive mode. Wow. There's a, thank you, Apollos, for keeping it clean. All right, that's yes, and to hello, and this is not C block. This is just part of a YouTube trailer and stuff like this. Right, Tora YG, I appreciate you coming in, but I prefer to keep the chat in English. For anyone who just joined, thank you for joining. We are now messing with Recursive Blueprint, the mod that generates this one, and we're about to give us a shot and see how it works. Let's go. F. Something was not right. Look, it was shifted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hate to shift it back by 5. Huh. All right. And there's also a lot of other things. So here, copy. And I'm going to take out all but that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. This is probably not the professional way of doing this, but we will. Okay, so that one is okay. I need to delete this one. Go away. And there's also that one. Let's see. Next up, we have this one should then be 2. And this one should be this one is the counter. And this one's okay. I prefer it just to, 2. Yeah, I prefer to have it simple. We're gonna try one more time. We're gonna try it a lot of times, and I'll press it. It's now connected. This is not connected. This is not okay. Oh, I think it might be because I did not delete it. So, off we go again. Boom. This one. Kill it. Okay, so do we have any questions? You are very welcome to yes, Jakob. Yes, I am Danish, but I don't want the chat to be in Danish. So that's why I have enlisted my friendly German to keep any nationalist attitudes under control, and there are no subtle undertones of that comment. Did I just say that? All right, we're gonna try one more time, and this time nothing is down here. Let's see if it plays, and boom. I'm very happy with this. This looks awesome. Those bots look like a bunch of bees constructing and deconstructing. Yep, it looks awesome. That's totally in. Harpo, now you are. You need to be careful, walking on thin ice. All right, we are here. This is it, right? This one. Let's. Oh, I actually need one more blueprint because I also need to place down the next blueprint. How exactly am I going to do this? I'm going to do this like this one. not this one. And then I'm just going to flip it. Oh, come on, go away. Alright, I guess it's easier if I just go here. These are magical substations, part of the creative mode. Since this is built for a demo and not a real base, then I don't really it doesn't really matter any cheating part of this. And I will need to put in another another station, because at the end of each, first it deploys and then it waits and then it deploys the next. That's the one we need. We need another station, and it's going to be right there. This station will also importantly be placed like this. No, I'm doing a series with AngelBot and Recursive. Yes, I think the concept would be cool, but the problem with it is the fact that it'll basically be spending all the time on the wrong things. And although it sounds cool, then it's gonna get old really fast. I can guarantee you that. Okay, so now I need the second blueprint. This one is going to not send to train, but read stop train, output a 3. This one will be called Angel Smelting, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Angel Smelting. Thank you. And except I need to kill the angel smelting up here. Come on, get it up there. Because okay, so my idea for this this series or this episode here is just to make a trailer or demo, maybe something I put on my front page of YouTube, just to say, hey, look at this. So I will now at this point be getting another blueprint here, like this. This blueprint will be null number 2. It will have this number 2, and then it'll have a station indicator. So I think this is something that this mod pack is few people who would find it interesting, but the people finding it interesting would also find it very interesting. So I'd like to see what we can do if someone from the community or someone who wants to be part of the community picks this up and starts doing magic with it. That would be really awesome. So I need to go up here and actually add another blueprint. Blueprint 2. This blueprint 2 is actually the one that creates the next train station. There. I will need to say this one is not 1. This one is 3. This one is counting to 240. And this one is win 3. There. This one should now be ready to deploy both of the things and make that station. So I need to kill this one just to make sure that... Oh, that's actually out of bounds for these guys. How about... How about just going crazy in this? Just saying, I don't care. You're just gonna get all the smackdown. Because it's blueprint. And I have now 2,400 robots. Do I need more? I think this is fine. Okay, so we are now ready to place down the next one. Cool. And I need this deconstructed. This deconstructed. This one. Okay, so now we're ready to do a trial run of number 2. Let's start by pressing it. Are we ready? F. Things are coming in. Looking nice. Should be something out here. Hmm. Doesn't work. Ah, it's the wrong way. This one is still going to be at 1200. This one, however, is the one that has to be 2400. Try. Okay, so it did deploy this one. This one is set. Ah, I forgot the train station name. Ah, that's always the same. Let's get this one. All right, let's see. You're just continuing like crazy, aren't you? No, it actually managed to stop. Great. I need to take the blueprint. This one. Kill it. And try again. Angels. Smelting. Number 3. And it is linked. Great. From here, you take this one and you go all the way over. Take these two as well. And I remember station names. Thank you. Now I can go back up. Put it in. We're ready for another trial run. Kill this one. Kill this one. Kill these. The reason why I'm doing this is because I actually want... See, as it happens, it now goes up. There. Ready for another go. 23. Are we ready? Anything we think we missed? This one counts to... divides by 1,200. This one is counting up to 2,400. That's 3. I think it's okay. Boom. There we go. Ah, I forgot to take these out, so I don't know if it actually got created. Yep, it did. Boom. Really? At this point, it really shouldn't be taking it out. And there. Try again. Did I remove it down here? Yes, I did remove it. Great. Alright, so now this should work. Let's try again. Boom. Two live streams in a row. Yes. I wasn't sure if this was correct. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. There, and there. And now this one will be working. Cool. I think this is ready for a full try. Getting all the way back. So now we're going to clean up the whole damn thing and then make a full test of everything. That one needs to go. These ones, this one, all of this. Off we go. I'm not sure it's a good idea for me to be streaming this much, but that's a different matter. Oh, I will also... No, this one has to be there because that's how we started. And I will... Ah, that sucks. I need to actually create a train station. This one's going to be called Angels Smelting. Bracket 3. Go. So after this one, I'm going to go to Angels Smelting until time past 0. Because I always want to push forward. Yeah? And then I take it out. You ready? I'm going to save it here because that's a good point where I think this is working. Let's give it a shot and see how far it works. Are we ready for another trial run? Here? We are not ready. Angels refining. We're here. That can't be the right thing I put in, can it? Angel sorting. Yes, it is. Again, I wanted this one to start where it works. Go. Placing all of the refining stuff and the beacons, and they are off to a good start. Go, 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 go. And coming in the floating modules, they are also getting started and deploying to the right side. It's also looking good, and all of them is deployed. By the time the next one comes in, this is now the leaching plants. They're not as fast. I actually haven't put any modules on the leaching plants. I don't know if that's a mistake. And there comes refining. It's going to be the slower one. I think I might need it, because it's really only one that's actually working. But it's still working. And then here comes the angel sorting. Let's see if it works. Oh, this is kind of magical, isn't it? It's working. Generating crushed ore, and it doesn't quite work. Why did it jump back to that one? Oh, it tried it and then ditched it and then went back to the first one. Okay, so I'm actually going to have to build some kind of signal here, because this one is of course supposed to do like this and then be ready for next. So somehow you have to disable the first station. That's an interesting concept, disabling the first station. I'm just trying to figure out what to do. How to add this, because the part about this one is how difficult it is to fix things going back. That is so much. I'd like to actually have it actually having a counter signal run that will then listen to. So basically this one will also send a signal. So shouldn't it send a red signal here? This one's also sent to train. And that will be... Train will depart from... Right, stop that one. Going back. It will depart from one when circuit condition hook is greater than 0. And then I should be able to kill this one. I think it'll come in. So this one is... It should also read hand content. Hand, hold, there you go. So when this one gets output, it will also send a signal. Let's give it a shot. Let's also try it over here. And that will be the same signal. Read signal and hold. Red. I think this might work. There we go. Too clumsy for me. I want to find key and game. Yeah. Okay. First place the blueprint of the station and then the other blueprint. Use a chain. Yeah, I don't. The reason for me doing this one is I'd like to actually having this one send a signal. So it sends a signal of saying, hey, you're ready to go. But that means I now need to change. I'm going to do it with a limited try here. I'm going to kill all of this. And kill all of this. The great thing is once all this that's been crafted, it goes into these ones where it gets automatically killed. So each one has, it's a buffer chest that requests a lot of materials, and then it goes into a void. So they do not fill up with random crap. I'm going to try it without deleting all of it. I'm just going to try it with whether the blueprint book actually as a signal works. Go. Coming in. Well, that was unfortunate. Well, that was an answer. Nope. Big fat nope. Alright, so what went wrong? What went wrong is this one is also reading hand signals. So as soon as it got put in, it sent a signal out. So that was no good. I could use this construction robot equal to 6 as an output. I could also do something. Much nicer. Much nicer. Here? I'm gonna get it from here, from this one, and then take input, a book, times. Not sure this is making any sense. And you're outputting it as a 1. Basically by saying, send a -1 here of this signal. Is that correct? No, it doesn't make any sense. How about I just send a train signal? Yeah, I'll just send a train signal. That's much simpler. There. Nope. Then output a train. That means train needs to go. Here. Here. I want this one. You will go from this one when you no, that's not correct. The mods I'm using here, creative mode is the one I use for building all these things immediately. However, it's also the logistics train. No, sorry, not the Recursive Blueprint is the one I use. Suppose I don't think I haven't had this one on there yet. At initial sorting, you first place the station and then the building. At the stop, you do it the other way around. No, that's not. I always want the station for the next stop. Right, this case. All right, I'm gonna send it off, and then I'm gonna build the refining, and then the last thing is building the next station. Then I'm gonna build the station, the sorting, and then I'm gonna build the next station. That's the idea of it. So that by the time it's done, it'll pass it on to the next. In actual fact, I don't really need this. I could just control it by having a circuit condition here by saying you will go when train is greater than 1. I'll even go so far as to say when it's equal to 1. And then I like this. This one can then be circuit conditions go away when train is equal to 2 and so on. Right? I like this. It takes... red wire from here to here. No, thank you, but from here to here. So at this point, I will now send one signal because that one's there. I have this one. And that means 2. Let's try it. Let's do a full run. And that means I don't really need the red signal. Oh, yes, I do, because the red signal goes in here and goes into the center train. That means I... Oh, this sucks. It's just gonna stay here because I need to kill this one in favor of putting that one here so that I can... You're gonna center train and you're gonna send the red wire. Is the red wire connected? There's not even any red wire here. Red wire. There. Now that's being sent to the train. And in order for me to do this, I'm gonna go up here, take the blueprint, because there's one of these blueprints, the last one, this one. Get it out, and instead get this one. What's it gonna be called? Is it called 5? First mark it as number 5, and then mark it as a next station. There. Yes, that's number 5. So this one should be ready at this point. Go, ready. And the reason why I did it this way is because I now need this one to go back in here. I always forget this. Oh, that means it's wrong. Ugh. I thought there was something like it always defaulted. So this one should be angel sorting 2, and then I take the blueprint and remember the station name, and then I have to redo it again. 5. This is the part I wish I could make more efficient, because that takes so much time. Okay, so that one is now done. Until next time we change it. And I'm going to do the same up here. This one, you are also in need of getting rid of it. Angel sorting. I'll replace it with that one. And I need both the... There's no green wire here. That's not gonna end well if there's no red or green wire. Here, and it's also center train, so the red one, this one, angel smelting, and I'll get remember the station names. This one's going to be called 2. 2 and train station. Alright, I think we are getting the hang of it. I'm trying to move this as fast as I can without making too many mistakes. I'm gonna say 0 mistakes, but hold on, we still have one more thing to do. That one. What? Oh, this is not cool. Ah, now it's gonna be off by 1. Isn't it? I don't know. I have no idea. Are we ready? Did I place it in both places? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna give this a shot. So This one is when the trailer symbol is equal to 1. This is when the trailer symbol is equal to 2. Ooh. This is basically the core of logistics train or of recursive blueprint. No path. What happened? It got replaced by a crate. Really? This? I'm fearing that this is not cool. Refining. This is number 1. Go. And man, this sucks. There. There. Read stop train. This is equal to rebuilding the same thing all over again. That sucks. Save game. Let's try. Are we ready? We're not ready. Because these ones are not deconstructed. You know what? I'm actually just gonna take a blueprint of it. Just so I don't have to rebuild the whole damn thing. Remember station names, thank you. And all of these should be hidden away in the fog of war. And now we're ready. Okay, to be honest, circuits aren't that hard if you think logically. Thank you. And I'm a programmer. It makes it so much easier if you spend a little time on it. In this stream, it's about recursive, blueprint, modular, and create mode. Also mod to instantly play stuff. Yes. Okay, we should be ready for another run. Trial run. Save. And that's it. Okay, so now here, going in, getting stuff placed. Also, I have to zoom out. Getting stuff in. This is nice. And the next one. I'm gonna watch this so many times, but then again, this is also something that works. I think it's much more rewarding the fact that I have something that works, so you can see the power of Recursive Blueprint once it's built properly. And the last one comes in soon. Here comes the last one. Not much is being output. But that's the red one. And here comes the next. Ah, look at this. It's awful. Ah, something interesting. Why do I have 11.2? Oh, that's because this is train ID 11. That's why. Cool. So what's the next problem is the fact that what? It's not really getting up here. Why is this not working? When 2 is... Oh, they're not connected. Why are they not connected? Oh, that's the problem here. Okay. This one must have been placed incorrectly. Okay, let's kill this one. Get this one, and let's see. Let's try the next one, and so it is the top left hand corner of that one. That means very simply this one is not working. Here, and I killed this. Oh, I did it again, didn't I? Yes, I did. You, my friend, goes here, and must get station names. You are going to be number 5. 5. To the point about the circuits are not that difficult. I also can think the right ways and can build these things, but these are the kind of tricks that are in it. You just have to build, you have to do a lot of debugging. So now you are ready. I hope that it's gonna work. You're ready for another go. I'm a bit cautious about one of those. There. And unfortunately, I have to... Yeah. That's awful. Now I have to build it again because I deleted it. So, we've been through this one. Angels, refining. One, go. And there's a green one in, and there's a red one out. This is the annoying part when you have to remove it. And you're going to read stop train. You're going to output a 1, because that's what you talked about. And go. And what about over here on the second one? You are ready? I'm not sure that's going to be wired correctly, but we'll see. Okay, we are now saving again. Nope, we're not. This one needs to be killed. I now killed another one I shouldn't have. That blueprint. Are we ready? Go. And that's working. So far it's good. Alright, let's see. You're confusing circuits with circuits. This is about circuitry setting conditions and not the production of... Yeah, that's true. What's going on today? Well, I'm messing with magic. aka creator mode plus recursive blueprint. Why would you say devs hate that? Why would... I don't think they hate it. I think they love it. They've been putting so much effort into making it perform really well. If they didn't want it or didn't like it, they would definitely not have put so much effort into making it fast. Alright, let's actually see if it works. Here. Okay, that one has not... This one, I need to check what the output is. Counting? How much is count? Oh, there we go. Count it. I hear the sound of things moving. Oh, look at this. It automatically transitions to the next one. This is so sweet. Oh, look at this. This is beautiful. Boom, boom. And that one's off again. Oh dear. I thought so. But that one works. Something is working. This is awesome. And you... Alright, we have our way of doing it. And then jump out. And now it is... Now it's time again to kill everything. Boom. I'm gonna leave this one here. For a very specific purpose. Oh, actually I don't. Because I have this one down here. So, I'm gonna go up here. You are done. Your work. I hope I don't need to touch you again. This one. This one is not working. So, let's kill these. Okay, so we are getting this one. Yeah, this is the problem. It places it incorrectly. What if we do the other one and boom. Yes, it is exactly the same problem. It is one off. So this one I'm going to do differently. I'm going to take this guy. Just place it here. And then instead I'm going to take that one and then I'm going to take it again. Station names. And you're going to be called 2. You're going to be called 2 at a station. Got it? Not 2. Oh yeah, it's blueprint number 2. I think it works now. Of course, you never really know until you test things. That's idle and ready. I will start deleting stuff again. Another one. What? Why did that one not get produced? Ooh, I think I have a suspicion. No? Nope, large copper plates. Still have quite a few of those. Okay, this is like the bare minimum, and we can now do it. I think it might work this time. Are you guys ready? You can disable the station with the number of train signals you have. No, Christopher, it's not actually a matter of getting to rockets this way. This is about showcasing the different parts of Angel's mods. And just doing it in a cool way instead of me just walking around saying, hey, look at this thing, it is cool. But then instead I'll just ride a train and then have a base build itself. I hope that's, and adding some music to it at the end, it will be a little bit more entertaining. Let's have a look at it and see how it works this time. Going in, placing stuff. Oh, there, it seems like there's a flaw in the blueprint. It takes 2 lanes down here. That's horrible. Hello, nice to see a stream on Tuesday. Yes, it is. It's just a random one. Don't expect anything anything spectacular. It's just us playing with blueprints and recursive blueprints and circuit networks and trains. And now we should see the next train station being built. Come on. I think there's a bit too long waiting time here. Right, it's built. And go, please. There's a bit too much waiting time here at the end. Yeah, maybe we can tweak that. And here it comes. Gets into the Krupigor and going out as copper and tin, which of course will be basing the next blueprint on. And let's see. And go, 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 go. Yes. Magical. I love it. And then once it gets stuck. Perfect. Awesome. I'm going to kill everything except the last 2 pieces here. Boom. Off you go. And then we're going to start building the next tier. Right, then we are now ready for the next. I'm gonna save it as, well, the 25 worked, so that's fine. Now we're gonna go up to the angels. Oh, it's actually angels. No, I thought it was called smelting. No, this is smelting. It's this one I need to make. Good. Let's start crafting this one. Got it. And I will need to take these 2. The question is, should I take this in one pile or should I make it in multiple blueprints? Oh, this sucks. Why is that not working? Why are you not getting... Oh no. There's just something wrong with this one. Well, that's no good. Alright, so that is... It's actually a big problem if this was not cannot be placed with a blueprint. See? This one? If it's placed with a blueprint, it doesn't get done. And the other one is... What the hell is that one doing? We need some sugar acid. Okay, so this blueprint is actually not done. And it's actually providing a bit of another problem here. Here? I actually need to get from here and all the way up. Not these 2. There we go. See player insert name and set the filter to carbon. That's exactly what I've done. This is but hey, Cavalion, welcome. Okay, I don't agree. This should work. I have no idea why this works, but this doesn't work. Maybe when it's placed by another. I don't know. How do you make items show their tier as neat little boxes on the toolbar? Show their tier as neat little boxes. I think it's the Shiny Bob GFX. The Infinity Chest is vanilla, and it works with blueprints. Okay. You're saying vanilla, but it isn't. It's this one. Okay, so instead of making a creative one, I'm gonna make a steel that contains all the items. No. A passive provider that duplicates the items in its first slot. This one. The creative chest in the item menu. That's a whole lot of crap that it decided to spew out. Not exactly what I wanted. Okay, so... Okay, let's see. The creative chest in the menu option. Only spawned with command? Huh? That didn't do anything. See game player, insert name Infinity Chest. Yeah. Didn't do anything. Alright, so if anyone has any... this is exactly what I'm doing, I'm not getting anything. Oh, I'm getting something, but where is it then? Okay, so it's inserted. Does that mean it's inserted in my inventory? But if so, where is it? Oh, maybe at the location where I hover the mouse? No? I have no idea how this works. It does say that it spawns something, but it doesn't spawn anything anywhere I can find. You copied one symbol too much. In my pack. Okay. So if you see it, just yell in chat and say, there it is. Because I can't see it. Passive provider, storage chest. It should be on the I. So it should be... No, it's not even stored anywhere. I just don't see any chests. Why am I so blind? Okay, good. It's not there. It's a white chest. Great. Thank you. So it doesn't work. So let's... duplicates the items in the first slot. Blah. Okay, so that's totally not what I wanted. I just wanted the... Why can't I make a provider chest? Creative provider chest. That contains all items in the game and autofills itself. That's not what I wanted. I want to create one item. Yes. Alright, maybe I can do it differently. Maybe I can do it this way. and then carbon. That works. It's fine, but I don't know if that's blueprintable. We'll give it a shot and see. Alright, that looks blueprintable. Then we do this one instead. Fine. We got it. We'll do this one instead. There was a white chest in the crafting menu when you search chests. That one is a titanium chest. Part of Bob's and Angel's. Right, so this is the next tier. What I'm doing in this part is the crafting part. No, we're not making blueprints for C block. We are playing with Recursive Blueprint so that things are being crafted by themselves magically. Yeah. I don't think I want it this far. I just want it like a short while. These ones are crafting. That looks good, except I know it's like the smallest of small details, but it's just nicer to have them next to each other. Cool. So this one is the next. I'll get the copper and the tin in here. Why am I actually choosing this way? It's processing, it's pellets. Shouldn't there be like a third step to this? Crushing, pelleting, and ingoting. Ingoting, if that's a word. And then we need the name tag, smelting, processing, pressing, blasting. I just used in my game and it inserted 10 inventory. Oh, okay, that's nice. What about not including the chest into the blueprint? Place it next to the recursive blueprint and place the belts. I think I got a solution now by just not having the chest, but just inserting directly. Now, in this case, should I do this like one big blueprint or should I just go processing, pressing, blasting? Just to show the different stages, because if I just spam this down, it's gonna be hard to really see what's going on. It would be more fun to do it that way, wouldn't it? But then again, if we just do the crafting part here, I could also make it different by, all right, I'm gonna try it. So this one. Here. Boom. Okay, so what I'm doing here is now I'm... Why did I want all of these? I did not want those. What is the next one I want? I want a box. This is going to be the first blueprint. Normal streaming chat. What time is C block start? C block is not going to come around any time here. This is just a random stream playing with this mod pack. Okay, so now the next part is the pressing. That's going to be even simpler, isn't it? Yes, there. goes in line with this. I think this is gonna look nicer. Yeah. This is like the most irrelevant thing. Here, and that's, excuse me, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll again be into these. Copy, paste, paste. So it only have one stack. And then that's going to be the next tier. That's going to get a bit more difficult because this is... we'll just start by this one. Okay. Is there a mod for the load type that is only one block? Like I can put between two warehouses and it connects to both. Oh, right. Yeah, inserter logics. What am I up to now? I am working on Recursive Blueprint, so I have a base that kind of builds itself. It's going to be for a trailer of a future episode and maybe also for my, what's it called? Channel trailer. Oh yeah, one more thing I should ask anyone who might know. How do I remove all of these annoying doodads here? I think that's so incredibly annoying that they are. Like, I know one way of doing it. It's way that generate free pistols, like this. Then it goes away, and then we have to get another blueprint, like out here. Boom, boom, and then another blueprint like this. That's just not the cannot be the right way. Options. You are options. And other graphics. Free pistols. No, no free pistols. Interface. Show crap on ground. Anyone? Disable show decoratives. You're saying it very authoritatively, but I can't find that fuzzy search. Show smoke, show clouds, show decoratives. Screw you, decoratives. I don't like you. There we go. Much cleaner. I mean, it's so silly that you build concrete everywhere and then you're like, oh, right. Yeah, concrete, but don't mind all these bushes. Don't even get me started on the, well, it actually does happen because of whatever. This one gets cleaned up in a bit. So it goes 2 from here. Oh, oh. What's going on again? This is the anode. Okay, so whatever. This one is the first half and the other half is here. Yep. And they will now lead into one of these. Oh, this is not good. Now I need to actually have it. Huh. Okay, can be done by doing this. So that's going to be fine. Copy, paste. So is this C mod block pack thing or just random mod pack? This is random. This is Factorio Engineering playing with Recursive Blueprint, as the title says. I wanted to sit there and spend the entire evening, well, not entire evening, but spend some time. What have we've been online for 1 hour and 35. If I can build this one, I'm going to be really happy about it. And then I thought, well, you know what? Let me just try doing one of these small streams just to see if this is something that has any interest for anyone. Now I really want these to be aligned, and that means the next one is not going to be particularly well aligned. Because, hold on. This one's not necessary. So it could be just like this. What could be like this? Let's see, this one. You are going... How close do you want it? From here to here, that should be enough space. This one will then get from the belt. This one will also get from the belt. Great. So that's going to be the fuel, and I will get this guy. Carbon in both. Can it insert directly in here? No, it cannot. But it can insert like this. Okay, so it cannot insert anywhere else, but it can insert here. Great. Don't care. Like this. Ooh, that's moving quite fast. Now, this one, I need to make sure that this actually behaves correctly. It's a pretty tight curve, so I like it. I like it. This one is a bit silly. Like this. Yep. And this one row. All right, that should be it, right? And then I need to cut it into pieces like processing, pelleting, and blasting. I think I'll just make these close. How close are they? Okay, if I do it exactly the same way, then it'll be much easier for the next one, I think. Let's have a look at it. Yeah. These are deliberately set at those distances because then they'll even into these guys much simpler. And there we have the next one. This is the Angel's casting, induction, casting, strand casting, and cooling. This stupid, silly thing. I'm not too fan of the cooling, but it's a nice thing. It's not like magical. Then I also have this one. I love the color scheme. Green and pink. It looks very nice together. This one, by the way, is perfect ratio. Absolutely perfect ratio. I totally love this one. But you can also see this one is Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, Mark II, Mark III, Mark I, Mark II. And then it goes in. All of this is perfect ratio, and I love it. So this might be something you can just steal, but because there's no point in having it any bigger than this. And then it goes into being more complicated. This is the petrochemicals. Yes, I've also spent a bit of time on this, to be honest. And over here we have missing rocket oxidizer capsule. This one is a monstrosity I built that only generates these silly rocket capsule thingies. and then missing the oxidizer. And my intention is that I'll end this one off by firing off a rocket. And that's going to be sort of my introduction to angels. But you can see it does take a bit of time to readjust these. This blueprint is now what we're going to use. So let's try and save it, and let's keep it. You know what? I don't know where to put it, but I'm going to put it down here. Just so that when I do silly things, I don't accidentally wreck it. This one now can be removed. Good. I will take this one. Did I wonder if I already wrecked it. Boom. Now this one. Might as well also place it exactly the same position because it might just work. And this one will then be 3. Oops. 3. And this one will be 3. And the rest we can figure out at a later stage. Let's get the green wires. Okay, there's a green wire, but I also need the red wire here. There, full red wire. Excellent. That one's now ready to also start working. And oh, these guys, kill them. Okay, hey, unrelating Loki, awesome. Hey, I feel the feel of angels is like laying face down on a bed of nails, and the nails laugh as you step. Okay, well, I don't think that's that's not what I'm looking for. That's not the parallel I'm looking for in terms of the enjoyment you get from messing with angels. I was just I had a department meeting today where one of the key messages I had to my department was how we wanted to build things right the first time, because it's just man, I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here. In my company, there is just a tendency that we'll say, and it's not unique to my company here. It's probably pretty common most places. There's a kind of like, oh yeah, we need to build things right. We need to design what we build, and we need to like do it properly. Oh, that's fine. And then reality hits, and I was like, all right, we're gonna build this correctly later on, but first just hack it together, and we'll come clean up afterwards. We all know how temporary solutions, they always end up being permanent. So it was just like sending the message to my team that it's the amount of time that basically they often get pressured by our stakeholders to do things fast instead of doing things right. So we do things fast, we build stuff, and we build things fast, and then we think we do the business a favor because they are just jumping on, come on, give us the now. And then when we build that hack down feature, it doesn't work. It breaks. It's not full. It doesn't have enough features. And then we start going into production. We do emergency and urgent deploys of more hacks together codes. And after a couple of weeks in this, the message is, it was not delivered as specified. It didn't work. And we had to do a lot of emergencies. I was like, really? But we warned you about this. And so we really need to start looking at how do we build things right the first time. And I also was talking, I was like, yeah, just look on YouTube. I have a vanilla done right. I love doing things right. And this is why this is harking back to what you mentioned, Loki, that it's not about, it's not supposed to be painful. This is actually supposed to be easier. This is supposed to, when we can design things well, so that even though we can't afford or is not allowed to do any sort of the big solution that we should be building, the trick is to say the hack together solution will be the first step on the ladder, but it will not be, when we need to take the second step on the ladder, we can take the next step instead of throwing away the ladder and building a new ladder with 2 steps on, and then throwing that ladder away and building a new one with 3 steps on. I think that's yeah, of course it's about setting expectations, but it's really difficult setting expectations when my frame of reference is constraint-based management. It's Toyota production systems. It's lean manufacturing. It is, it's queuing theory. It's all of this. This is my frame of reference, and the people, my stakeholders, their frame of reference is how difficult can it be? Just get your shit done. Like, all right, how do I explain that full utilization leads to certain problems? How do I, yeah, how am I going to explain that? And I also have to say, now I'm on a rant, so just sit back and relax as I rant away. Um, so I had like the best back and forth with a number of, I think I've told you this one. Oh, oh, I needed these for reference. I have, is this, I need to make absolutely sure I do it right. There. You can go away. It's only this one I was looking for. Boom. All right, so just in how unrealistic it is or how difficult it is to do this setting expectations. So it's yeah, it's your job to put me on a soapbox. Thank you for that soapbox, Loki. I am happy to step on it anytime. All right, so I went to the meeting. We had 5 business directors for different business units, very high ranking, all of that. And I was sitting there just taking over one of my managers, so he didn't get to be yelled at all the time, so I could just take a bit of it. Sitting there around there, the table, and then we started doing the prioritizations of what topics for the upcoming release. And it was just high profile. This is must have, this is must have, this is must have. And they kept shifting places on the priority list. And then and one person was like, no, now mine is number 7. It'll never get done. And they were like, all right. They could just see that the political game here was not going to add up, that someone was have to be priority 7. How are we going to deal with this? And then me, in my infinite wisdom, decided to crack a joke. And that was not a good idea. So I said, hey, why don't we just do as we usually do? Just say, everything is priority 1, deal with it. And then there was silence in the room. And they were just looking at each other. Like, yeah, that's a good point. That actually makes sense because we must have everything. And I looked to my boss, who was a director, and I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? And all the other ones are like, yeah, because they're all must-haves, so we can't just compromise it. Yeah, that's a good point. We have to send a signal to the people that they must do everything. I was like, no, what have I done? So the conclusion of the meeting was, everything is priority 1, deal with it. Yeah. Try explaining any kind of production management systems to people who find everything is priority 1, just deal with it, as a good way to run the business. So yeah, that's yet another tactical blunder on my part. I have a few of those. I'm gonna be honest about that. I am not very politically savvy, and I don't want to be. So yeah, that's so based on that, yeah, and since then Nilaus became a full-time YouTuber. Exactly, that's my point. I think I need to maybe take my YouTubing a bit more seriously, because this may end up being my only income, especially with my superb stakeholder management skills. So that's it happens a lot. All right, we kind of lost track of this. Thank you, Loki, for the soapbox. I think I'll just step down from this soapbox. Yeah, I'm I'm most of the time like, it must be nice to be director. Then you could be completely unaffected by facts and reality, and just start banging the table and shout at people. Isn't that what directors do? Yeah. So, well, what are we doing here again? We are trying to make some C block thing work. I'm gonna take this part. So back to the topic at hand here. I think this one is now gonna be blueprint number 1. So if you look for advice on, oh, I also need tiles. Advice on what not to do, for example, or how to, maybe I should get courses in stakeholder management. Give me a 10-minute break. Thank you. I have to find work stuff to entertain with, since my dating life is less colorful these days. Let's put it like that. What are we looking at? Where am I looking? I'm looking for an icon that I need. I need that one. I know I'm gonna do this a million times, so what's the point of making it this? Okay. And now I need a new. So it goes in here, here, here. This is gonna be angels melting. And we're gonna go up here. So I'm gonna have smelting. No, we can just look at this one. How many we're gonna have? Smelting, pelleting, and blasting, and then the train. So that's gonna be 4. That means this one is going to be capped at 5. When it reaches 5, it's time to move on. This one is, this is 2, 3, 4, so it's 4, 8, 0, 0. Five. Okay, so now this one should be ready. Why I'm only using tier 2 machines? Well, because of a couple of reasons. These machines look better, I think, and actually they don't look very well with red in here. I think I'll take the blue machines instead. They look better. They don't need to be this fast in this case. I think I'll build it blue in this case. That's an interesting. Then now you just have to remind me to build it blue every time. And look at this. Lo and behold, I just built it, and now it's, ooh, that one is important to get that the hell away from me, so I don't accidentally break it. Yes, thank you. What? That one. Did I? Okay, I am just so used to pressing control when I click on stuff in boxes that I can't help it. This looks better. Color-wise, looks better. Cool. That one, go. And this one. Yes. Number 1. Number 1. We can do it a lot faster this time because I kind of have an idea what we're going to build. This one. None of these. Yes, the tiles. None of those. None of those. And go. Sweet. Now the next part is we're going to try to see if it's actually in sequence or actually placing it the right place. Getting that one. This one goes up here. Boom. Okay. That's not going to be a 3, is it? That's going to be a... Oh, it is going to be a 3. Okay, so when I push the 3, this one will insert. This one will place the first one. Let's give it a shot. Anything? Okay, something comes in. Oh, look at this. It actually works. Nice. Oh, that's a relief. Now let's build the next stage. And we need the blue pellet grass. All right, I just missed out a bit on the chat, so let's see. Hey, at least you've not been held against your will on a date. No, I haven't been held against my will on a date. I think no. Yes, the wood crate marks where to center or okay. I'm just gonna explain it. Just taking a step back. So to explain it. All right, by default, when I have a blueprint here, it'll do like this. It'll say, all right, the wooden chest goes on top of the deployer like this. And then I use this offset here to tell, no, go this way and go down like this. And then of course it actually places this. That means I can build around here because I know that the offset from up here will place it back down here. So I can take this out and it'll work. And now I probably screwed up again, didn't I? Yeah. All right, next part, this one is the pellet press. These are constrained as well. And I'm just going to get up here just to get the next part. Pressing. Boom. Smash. And we are now done and ready. Oops. Go. Like this. None of these, but remember tiles. None of those, none of those. Actually, none of these as well. You're going to be number 2. And we mark these as number 2. Blueprint number 2. And that's going to be the pellet press. Also blue one. Great. That might just work. And it goes in. Here's another blueprint. I'm going to try to build a bit more in one go. The next part is going to be a bit more challenging because here, and I need some liquid inputs here and here. This one is going to be sulfuric acid. This one is going to be what again? Oh, oxygen. Always the oxygen. Now at this point, this is just the last step, so I can take this part. Copy. Boom. And however, okay, so as I placed it, it starts working. Let's get some blast furnaces. What? Where's the blast furnace? That's the blast furnace. It doesn't look good in the blue. Blast furnace should be red. I think that might be it, why I chose that. And the chemical plant here. Does it look good with the blue? It looks alright. It's also just trying to get a bit of different color schemes here. And then we need the label. The label will be coming from here. I'm going to call that step blasting because it's in blast furnaces. That'll be fine. Tiles. Got it. And voila. And now we take this one. This is going to be number 3. Oh, I have to remember to take it all the way up. Remember tiles. None of these, none of these, none of these. And none of these. 3. Okay, so it's actually starting to pick up in a sense. Number 3, and the other one is that one and that one. Boom. Sweet. 3. And the last one is then going to be the more difficult one. Let's see, how do we do this? We are going to do this. Does it fit? Yes, it does. And You know what? I can actually do this much easier. I can do it from here. Got it. Because then it already has the red and blue wires. Okay. You have to die. Boom. Okay. And over here I need to build my next station. So it automatically keeps moving towards the next one. I'm going to take... You know what? I actually think I want to copy this one. I think it's faster. That was definitely not a train station I copied. This one. Got it. Boom. Because then I get all the wires as well. This one is going to be called Angel's Casting. Got it. It outputs a number 4. Yes. Awesome. And that's the one I need to take a blueprint of. Going from here and to there. I must get station names. This is number 4. Number 4 and station. I like it. And now I'm actually building quite a lot in one sitting. So should I destroy all of this and just give it a shot? Why don't I? Why don't we do that? Let's be a bit ambitious on this one. I'm just gonna assume that we build everything correctly. It's gonna be fun because that's bound to happen. No! Undo. Control Z. Control Z. Ah, why did I do that? Really? These two? That one, they don't belong there. That one. I'm just gonna place it down here for the hell of it. But I think this is going to be the easiest way to get this back in line. Oh, I don't know where it is. Damn. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible. Like this. Off you go. Off you go. This one. Casting. This has to be called Angels Refining 1. Boom. Why do I even have one that's called Angels Refining 1? This has to be a 1. I have to remember not to delete this one. And boom. Now I'm going to take this as a security one because I'm going to kill this one so many times. I'm just going to place it down here. Just that's a security thing. Except that didn't work because I did not remember station names. Boom. There we go. Angels Refining. And nothing over here. Well, there's a bit over there. Oh. These guys. I don't know, this is smart just to kill everything at once and just give it a very ambitious try. Is this connected? I think it might be. Oops, what are you doing? Kill you as well. Alright, we are now ready for a big one. Are we ready? I will just check chat before we do anything silly. Okay, let me just... Alright, sorry, I missed it. Yeah, that's great. And these ladies were all like, oh, look at him. I actually looked. Oh, so we're just checking you out. That must be nice. Like, what's the flash when he... told my CEO that his time planning was off the chart, so he handed me Sharpie to plan out time. Yes, that's great. But then you just make tons of buffer. Okay. Okay, I'll come. Hey, Barrett, you are almost done with your Camilla. Nice. And chemistry. Oh yeah, I remember that not a moose. The all of the drop everything. But you've learned from my organization, it's just everything is priority one. So just work harder, just deal with it. I love the fact that you can just in all seriousness as a director, just not take that ownership of you're the ones who have to figure out how to get things done, how to make things work. But just like, I'll just push it down the hierarchy because easier. That one until circuit condition is, this one is number equal to number 4. That means this one has to be also condition train is equal to number 3. That's my condition where they start leaving the stations. Okay, are we ready? I need to kill this one. So what? Why is this one still there? Oh, it shouldn't be there. All right, get out and that's like the silliest thing you could imagine. That one. Kill the casting. Oh, look at the speed. Look at the speed. Bump. Imagine you're just running at this speed and you accidentally just bump into something. I cannot steer this. Okay, that's a pretty crazy speed, and I started adding this one full, but nope, that's not gonna happen. All right, we are gonna zoom out. We are gonna take a save. This is about time we do a save, and before we actually get out, I need to make sure that we have it. That was in the right position. That one is not in the right position. Angel smelting, angel sorting, and this one is angel smelting. Let's give it a shot and see where it works and where it doesn't work. All right, so if you haven't yet seen what we're doing, then this is the whole point of it. So if you're like, oh, this is a strange C block, then this is because it's not C block. So welcome to this. Let's have a look at it and see what works. And let's just save again, 26. All right, what? Where's the angel's casting? Oh, it's down there. You're not going to get down there. I actually need to kill that one. Are we ready? Here we go. Wish me luck. Coming in. Doing the first part. There we go. Very nice. They are operational. Getting stuff in. Let's see. That works fine. And getting the floating in. It does kind of bother me that one of those, the crushing blueprint here, is taking 2 lines below. It should be taking 1 line of, what is it, concrete below the crushing, but it's actually taking 2 lanes. And then we should get soon. We'll get the refining in as well. Boom. Nice. I was considering doing some more advanced sorting, but in the end I was like, I don't need it. I just don't need it, to be perfectly honest. And that should be, now we can just sit back, relax, enjoy, and then move on. It takes a bit of time. Boom. Building the next one, the sorting. Sweet. And going into the sorting mechanism, I'll just zoom a bit closer. And it's now building. Cool. And then that was the next step. Next train station being built. We can sell that one. And go. Come on, go. There we go. We're now up to 2 trains on the red circuit. Oh, this is the one we just get. Let's see if it works. Swish. Looks awesome. We get a lot of processed. Nice. Here comes the next. Okay. I mean, are we seriously building this correctly in the first go? Now we have the pressing. And here comes the blasting. It works. Like these one. Awesome. And here comes the next station. And we're looking at the signal. It's currently 2. When it switches to 3. There we go. Holy hell, that actually worked. How about that, guys? How about that? we managed to build this one pretty much in one go, and it works. I'm actually quite surprised on this one. That's actually what I wanted. What I wanted to do here, and the one thing, that one. Oh, like this. As ready for next one. I'm gonna go up here, then we just have a look at what's actually going on. So we've now done up to the ingots, and then the next part we are going to make it into the induction, the casting, the strand casting, and the cooling. I don't know, I think I'll do the casting, then the strand casting and coiling, but it won't work unless I have the cooling operational as well. I'm going to do the cooling separately so that you can see that this part is for the cooling. I'm not sure this is the most efficient way, but it actually works. And I need a buffer here just to make sure that it actually propagates. And then I'll do something completely different, doing plastic from algae. This is going to be it. And why is it not actually started? Oh, it's not started because I chose this one to be turned. Now that should work. You know what? I actually only want one of these. Here. Yes. I like this one where you can just see like they zoom out from each. I love it. Looks really awesome. And it's just balanced. You can see they consume everything. 160. Cool. And it keeps going over here. These ones are getting it. This one working. And we start getting the plastic. Not a lot of plastic, but just how about casting export plates, then strand casting with water, and as a third step, strand casting with cooling. Casting export plates, then strand casting with water, and as a third step, strand casting with coolant. Yeah, I guess this one could just induction plate. This one could just make it into molten as usual. Then I have to delete as well. Then I have to basically just delete what I have and rebuild it again. I don't think it'll convey. This is not meant to be exhaustive. This is meant to be examples. And therefore I'm gonna build this one, and then see it is not running until this one kicks up. I don't know if that's gonna work. This one's gonna be nice. Bioprocessing, algae farming, liquefying, and steam cracking. This one, I like this one actually. This was actually the point where I realized that I'd had to do it in several steps. This one is pretty much actually built to ratio. That's why you can see things have different sizes. But this one is built to ratio. It's very, very close to ratio. Of course, some of these things where it's just not even a single one can keep up. But the idea here is that you take natural gas and multi-phase oil, and then you start like a massive processing, and then you get hydrogen sulfide, carbon dioxide, hydrofluoric acid, methane gas, ethane gas, butane gas, residual gas, sulfuric wastewater, fuel oil, naphtha, base mineral oil, all of this, which is what you need for the petrochemical. I'm not going to go more into detail on the petrochemicals. I'm just going to round it off by just like the chemical part, because I feel that even though Angel doesn't have Angel's chemicals, then there is definitely Angel's chemicals. That's just stupidly difficult. And I thought the most difficult one to showcase was this one with the monochloramine. These ones, this is, oops, what am I doing here? It's absurd the number of these ones. They are producing 50 per second, and I need this many just to keep up with all of this. So, but this one is actually, I think it's quite nice. It's not as compact as it could be, but on the other hand, it is it's quite modular in the sense that some of from here, these go up. Here, these go up. The monochloramine is input to this level, so yeah, I think it's just working. Of course, there's the input here is these guys. I was also considering doing this one. This is probably not going to work either. The hypochlorite with some saline plants and stuff, but I didn't bother. And then the idea is these will build up to the rocket. Then I'm going to have a chest somewhere over here with pre-filled, and then I'm just going to take whatever is built here, pipe it over into the rocket, launch the rocket, done. And I'm going to, okay, so that was the essence of Angel's Mods, and I think that's going to be the trailer here. I think it would be awesome to have that also as my YouTube trailer. Just like if I can squeeze it into a 2-minute gameplay, then that would be pretty much showing what this channel is about. It's about doing cool designs, advanced designs with advanced mods, and I think that'll be really good. What I don't like at this point is that I said I wanted to stream for 2 hours. I hit a pretty good milestone in what we built, and the fact that it actually just completely just worked in the first try. I'm not gonna say shocked about it, but I'm even mildly surprised that it just worked. And right, speed up and go. And we now have all of this up here working, and it looks nice. There's no arguing that it looks nice. Angel's Crush and Floating Decent Refining. So how did you guys like, before we wrap up the stream, how do you like this kind of more ad hoc spontaneous streaming? Tungsten better than brass pipe? Yes, they are, because they're black and they're awesome. It looks so much cooler. I don't know aside from this. I just looked at them and saw they had a long reach and they looked awesome. So I could also do the plastic pipe, but they yucky. Size 20, underground distance 15. Size 10, underground distance 30. Where's the brass? Is it the brass? No. I don't know what brass looks like these days. That one. Size 5, underground distance 20. So tungsten is definitely the best. Yeah. Yeah. The one thing, and as this harkened back to my my comment about my excellent example of stakeholder management, I also have to consider that I'm now spending, in this case, like 2 hours on making this part, and I don't know how to say this without sounding the wrong way. I have to also consider that there has to be some kind of, I don't know, commercial aspect. Does it have to? I don't know. I don't know. I definitely couldn't stream every day, because that would be too much of a job, especially if I have to look at it the same way that I could produce YouTube videos and make it and throw those on YouTube, while this one is a bit different. Anyway, it's fun. It's fun to do these kind of things once in a while. I think it's also like fits the format of my Factorio Engineering. So now I'm gonna compile it and just maybe cut some of it off, or maybe not, and then upload it again and see where we are. Anyway, thank you guys for dropping by. It's been a pleasure. I think it's amazing that we can get 100 people watching just with no notice at all. So that's pretty cool. Let me know in Discord, pause, if you can just spam that the link to Discord. Drop by the Discord. Please provide the feedback on what you'd like to see, what you don't like to see, what's fun and what's not so fun, so I can tailor the content accordingly. Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you for tonight. I'll see you around. I'll try to see when I can get my my C-Block stream up. I want to do either Friday or Saturday, not guaranteed, but I really want to do that. So, thanks. Good night, guys.